Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
Teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
There, maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. That is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Shreds the tackle. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. The veteran Andre Johnson the target on that one. But it's going to be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 53 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
A 3-yard pickup.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 2, here's first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They saw their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2nd and 4.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Browns nothing.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Rivers. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 7.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
46-yard line.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Across midfield to the
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Rivers on the money, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. and the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And incomplete, he dropped him. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Browns 3.
So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Well, the Chargers offense heading back out there. And this, Charles, one of those teams it's kind of hard to get a grasp on for 2020. It would seem that you can make an argument for them being a playoff team, but you might be able to just as easily make an argument for them finishing last in the AFC West.
I can see where people can say that and see both sides of it, but I see this team contending for the AFC West title because this offense, Philip Rivers won't be there anymore as their quarterback, but whether it's Tyrod Taylor or Justin Herbert, they got a chance to score some points because Keenan Allen and Mike Williams in that receiving core, not to mention Austin Eckler as the lead runner, they can put points on the board.
This is caught inside the 15. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
To throw again is Jackson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. And McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Butker now to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Now it's Wilson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over first and 10.
Chargers offense back onto the field. Well, they've got the lead, and certainly a big reason why some of these catches we take a look at right now.
And I've seen it so many times that when units start to play really well, they feed off of each other and play even better. And they're making every catch possible. Contested, non-contested, easy, difficult, big-time plays. And right now, that's why their team's in the lead.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Third down, Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Jackson on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Stepping up, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And the option play working flawlessly right there. What'd you think of the call?
Love the call. That's really football 101 to me. 2-point conversion, run quarterback option. That means he can either keep it himself or pitch it to a trailing back. That usually opens things up for an offense.
this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A very solid gain of 27. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
A give running right is Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Man open, Rice. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.